How does Streamlabs or Stream Elements or fucking OBS? How does OBS start with no fucking sound? How is everything set to default and just it doesn't work? God, that's so fucking irritating. This whole time! I mean, at least no one was fucking in here, but really annoying. I can't just open it and have my fucking devices saved sometimes. It just hates me. What's up? Hi, coach. How you doing? I was doing some, what do you want to call it? Supplemental exercises, because I was gonna go to the gym today, but it was fucking packed. Like 2 fucking parking spots open. I was like, fuck all that. I can barely even get to the equipment I want, so I just left. I didn't even pull in. I just saw there was like 2 to 3 spaces left, and I said, fuck it. I can go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday still. I need to do at least 3 days, hopefully, you know, but I just been playing with the cats this whole time, basically. I need to try to drink more water. It's so hard for me to drink water now in my new position because there's so much shit we have to do. Like, I'm sure everyone else isn't drinking as much water as they need to be also. I feel like in my current job position, career position, however you want to phrase it, senior nursery tech, I don't have time for shit. I guess I don't make time for shit. Like, so much shit that needs doing, I'm like, oh, I can hold my pee for an hour, it's fine, I'll do it, you know, in a bit. Or I'll get a drink when I'm going to lunch or something. I'm just not peeing and drinking as much as I should be, probably. I'll get playing a game here in a second. Playing the Pale Beyond. Yeah, I at least drank a whole bottle of water before leaving work. Bigger than this, probably about like that much water, bottom and top, before I left work. So at least there's that. I didn't drink like no water today, but some days I don't drink water. I realize, like probably last Thursday, I don't think I drank any water. I went to break, had an energy drink, went to lunch, had another energy drink, and that was what I drank for the whole day. I'm sure I had like a small sip of water in between or some shit, but for the most part, that's all I drank. Which, I mean, there is water in that, at least, so there's that. How's all the sounds? Things sound good? Yeah, now that I notice it, I'm like working on it. Especially with all the physical shit I'm doing, I'm sweating a lot in those rooms because it's so fucking hot. I need to stop slurring so much. It's hard. Especially when you work around a bunch of hooligans. My webcam's off. Speaking of drinking, I got some alcohol here because I feel I've had an issue lately where if I smoke before I eat, I like get freaked out that I'm choking and shit, and I have problems. So I just like stopped trying to do that. trying to smoke less for a little while until I get back to normal. Even then, I know I probably should. I'm cutting things back generally, but it's very difficult. She said, you know, she'd get me in sometime, essentially, was her answer. To the Mindy question. Let me delete this Hogwarts scene. I don't need that anymore. Valheim, let me delete this. Hello, game scene? Is it because the game's still loading? There we go. Graphics. It's not a very graphic intensive game. I'll just put it at high. Why is it still custom? Full screen window. Ah, Bellular, you know what you're doing. Nice. Okay. So, context. This is a game developed over the last 2 years by Bellular Gaming and his company, I guess. He's a WoW guy, does a lot of WoW focused content, like commentary on the state of the game, how things are going, how they could be improved, stuff like that. I've watched his stuff for a long time. I know Asmongold likes him a lot. I've watched Asmongold for a long time. Bellular is a G. So we're going to try this out. Start a new expedition. Oh, the air's be cold. The air be's cold. Of flake and white as a sailor begs their pledge. What? Out in the ice, they'll stake a claim and carve a course ahead. Of glory found and forged in frost, so that their tale be spread. Hunger draws the desperate here. It's one that can't be fed. What will ye do when steel hearts break and courage does abscond? What do I do? I'll lead these souls, so help the gods. Out of the pale beyond. Begin your journey. Hi, Louie. You had your fun now that I had to play with you a bunch. You chillin'? You been chilling? Taylor brought a crew wanted for dangerous expedition. Months of darkness, low wages, slim chance of safe return. Glory to be had at the event of success. That sounds awful. Low wages, unlikely to return. It's all fucked. Alone in the office. Tea in your hand is long since gone cold. I'd rather coffee. You're goddamn right. What is this game? What up, dude? This is the Pale Beyond. Hold on, let me get out of this metronome because that's getting annoying. Looking around the room, you can make out a collection of military books. On the desk is a ship and a bottle. A metronome ticks away steadily. I hate it. It's insufferable. Yes, I hate it. Stop its infernal ticking. Holy fuck, stop it. I broke the needle. Okay, good. I'll keep it. So, Pale Beyond. I kind of explained a little bit. Game made by a guy named Bellular Gaming, big into WoW stuff, like WoW commentary, state of the game, stuff like that, what things can be done to improve WoW, what Blizzard's doing wrong with it. He's like a big WoW guy, YouTube content creator that I watched for a long time. He made his own game. The studio has developed it for 2 years. This is his game. And it's like choices matter. what's the word? It's derivative of a real life experience thing that happened. I forget the names of like the captain involved, but like a ship sailed super far, either north, like to the North Pole or the South Pole, and got stuck in the ice. And this is kind of like a story about that, or derivative of that. So we'll see how this all goes. Okay, I stopped the metronome, and I pocketed the metronome needle. Choices matter in this game, apparently, so I don't know what that'll do. You hear footsteps climbing the stairs that brought you here. Let me take a seat. Chair is uncomfortably large. The seat feels worn. I wonder... My thought process immediately after reading that is like, what was the designer's intent by making the chair like large and worn? You know what I mean? Like, what did they want us to think about that? Probably nothing, but you know, who knows? Okay, the captain has entered the room finally. He's the one climbing up the stairs. He bounced past me to the other side of the desk. I thought I was the captain. Do you have all of your teeth? Enough to get by, we'll say. Yeah. Can never be too careful. What does that mean? It's the little things you can lose people to. What does that mean? Are you speaking from experience? Oh, my name is Shaw. The captain. How many people have died under your supervision? I have no fucking idea. None, because this is my first time playing this game. Uh-oh. The ladder. Command tests a person metal. Do you think you're ready? I'll have to be. You goddamn right. You're damn right I made myself comfortable. This is my seat. Take a drag on the old pipe there. Hold up. Let me join him. You know what I hate about having cats? Fucking cat hair. It's everywhere. I'm Captain Hunt. The pleasure is mine. Robin Shaw. It's hard to get this grinder to seal back up. Doesn't like to. They don't like it. I am Robin Shaw. He nods. Wait for him to continue. Hope you weren't waiting too long. I'm told it's worth the wait. Good. It's been a lot of candidates. Some good, some bad. Interesting mix. I'm sure you understand the need for discretion. Keep listening? Months of darkness. Low wages. Slim chance of safe return. So this all sounds horrible. Like, why the fuck? That didn't deter you, did it? It's to be expected, I guess. I thought it blunt, but it's proven remarkable at weeding out the weak and the pretend. A few questions first. He looks down at his list of questions. Were you born a landlubber or a sea dog? Oh, you get a choice. I was born on the ocean, same as yourself. I'm salt born. Military experience? I'm a merchant who's been sailing the seas. 12 years. Very good. What did you trade in? so we can be a bit sussy here, a bit sussy baka. You know, I was selling. I mean, you know, it could have been drugs. It could have been, you know, whatever. You know, I don't know what I was selling. You know. Have you ever fired a weapon? No. Have you ever killed a man, directly or otherwise? No. We'll say. You're not married, are you? Of course not. You better not have a death wish. One must believe they'll return to justify leaving in the first place. Any less and you're doing yourself a disservice. Well, that's kind of cool. Continue. We're here to find the ship in that bottle. Oh, we're looking for the ship. The Viscount. Discount? Heard of it? No, enlighten me. He clears his throat. 5 years ago, she set sail on a research expedition towards the Dead Peninsula. Well, that's why they're all dead. They were trying to find and study the absolute magnetic south. What the fuck does that mean? Did they? Did they what? Did they find it? I mean, maybe they died, but... Oh, he doesn't know. She never came back. Oh, he's referring to the ship. Her last known location was 200 miles south of land, presumed lost to the ice. Yeah, 5 years is a bit late for a rescue operation. Alive or not, the research is supposedly of extreme importance. You got my attention. See you soon. The captain smiles. Hey, I'm smart. Here's what we do know. Not one person or thing has been heard from the Viscount ever since it first left port. We're chasing ghosts? Maybe it's a myth. Maybe it isn't. I can assure you, the money is real. Those with more money than sense want that old ship. That's the job. If I don't pick the first mate, somebody else will, and, well, my judge of character's gotten me this far. Winks. Who is financing this? Where's the money coming from? Show me the money, oh, I'm sorry, kitty. I scared my cat. Louie. My poor buddy. I'm sorry. I scared him. The usual. Film and lecture rights have been sold, of course. We're in the process of signing off on a final benefactor for the expedition. They've even donated a ship. We'll be traveling on board the Temperance. That's a neat name. She's a beauty. Greenwood. Generational. Not many like it left these days. The Viscount and the Temperance. They're sister ships. Built together. Sent out into this world to die alone. Yes, poetic. Indeed. I like to think one calls out for the other. Looks like we both get to die then if they're sister ships. Captain looks at the bottled ship. So what do you think? Well, we know no one's fucking alive, so fucking get that out of your head right now. You need all the help you can get, Captain. We will. The captain checks his watch. Anyway, I think I've heard enough. We leave in a month. Welcome aboard, Shaw. Proverbially speaking. You're not what I expected, Captain. What did you expect? We're more than our mistakes, Robin. Let people surprise you. I'll see you on the Temperance. Pulls at beard stash. What do you call this? Where he doesn't have a beard and he has a mustache, but it's connected to his not beard, you know? Because he doesn't have anything on his chin. He's like a reverse neck beard with a mustache. He's got a good feeling about me. Wow, thanks, Captain. Feeling is mutual. I broke your metronome earlier. Don't worry, this isn't my office. You arrive at the docks a month to the day. Before you lies the ship. The letters on its side read Temperance. Approach the Temperance. You walk the cobble to the boarding ramp. Beside is a sharply dressed man overseeing the loading of the cargo. Hello, sir. He turns to you with a stern expression. You can feel his eyes assessing you. Those dirty eyes. Mwah. I am Saltborn. He is quick to expect you for ink. Another sailor for the fold? Mid-deck with the others. I'm Robin Shaw. Oh, of course. That would make you the captain's choice for first mate, correct? I'm Mr. Templeton. I shall be operating as Chief Science Officer on this expedition. I am also the incumbent representative of our benefactor. Whoever the fuck that is. Do, however, consider myself and my team at you and the captain's disposal. What did you specialize in? Applied botany. Botany. Plants. I'd love to, like, talk shit about the botany when we're in the fucking freezing Arctic, but I feel like I wanna... Well, it's applied botany, so is he a doctor guy? That's reassuring, I'll say. Maybe make him feel good about himself. No doubt I need to inform you of your duties. You're second only to the captain himself. I must warn you that you have quite the task ahead. The rabble I've spent the afternoon sorting are the same that you'll have to whip into shape. Punctuality, schedule, a strict adherence is what we need if this expedition is to succeed. I expect you to be the organized sort. You would not have been assigned the role otherwise. I don't know about that. I doubt there will be much issue. You can only hope, but your role is more strenuous than it would first seem. Let me know when you're ready to depart. I'm certain you're eager to be back on the ocean. The less valuable time we waste here, the better. Shut up. The city. You will be gone for quite a while. It will be some time before you see the city again. Okay. Got like a time clock here of some shit. Week 0 morning. A temperature gauge. A young man stands at the ramp, steeling himself for the journey ahead. Hesitantly, he begins to drag his feet up the ramp and onto the ship. Who the fuck? Hunt's description of the Temperance was accurate. Nearly identical to the Viscount, bearing some modern additions, like the dragon head up front there. Let's set sail! Yeah! Hold on, it's kind of loud. It's been a month. Turn down a tiny bit more. 100, gosh, it's so fucking loud, I feel like. Let me know if it's too loud for you guys. It's hard for me to tell sounds, I need to get on that. A hunger draws the desperate here. It's one that can't be fed. What will ye do when steel hearts break and courage does abscond? I'll lead these souls, so help the gods, out of the pale beyond. Hey, that's the stuff I said. First Mate Shaw, personal log. It's been 1 month since I signed on, and 1 week since we've set sail aboard the Temperance. I'm told the waters will get warmer as we pass the hemisphere before they turn colder. Kinda gotta blow my nose. Um, the Temperance. Let's talk about the ship. I've never been on a ship like this before. She's magnificent, a technical marvel. Elegant machinery expertly weaved through one of the fastest hardwood ships of its day. Reborn for this mission, breathing again with life. She's simply magnificent. As for its master, he's mostly cut to his quarters so far. I'm not sure what to make of our leader. He's not telling the whole truth. You know, there's something... But despite that, he seems like a good man. Who's paying for this? I can't help but wonder who's footing the bill for all this. Certainly not the captain. Such exquisite modifications to the ship mustn't have come cheap. I should investigate further. As for the rest of the crew, there are now 22 of us, including the captain. Our next port will be our last before we enter the ice, to pick up the remaining 4 members of the crew, the scouting team. Captain Hunt is also keen to work out a deal on a pack of sledding dogs. The crew are a strange lot, eclectic as the ship itself. Signing off. One of the sailors approaches. Oi, Cap wants you at the helm. Good. I want to see him. He leaves. Go up to the crow's nest first. Unoccupied, because the scouting team isn't here. Oi, Captain! You ascend the stairs to the stern and find the old captain manning the helm of the ship. Ah, Robin! Lovely day for it, isn't it? It is indeed, Captain. Indeed. Days like these, I make sure to do my share of the sailing. He winks. Let him continue. Let him talk a little more. He thinks for a moment, before stepping aside and stretching out a wrinkled hand. Merchant. Did you ever take the helm in the merchant navy? Because I'm a merchant, remember? Or are you stuck carrying crates? Here, why don't you have a try? Take the wheel. I've done this before. Grip the wheel of the ship and feel the weight of the waves in your arms. The memories in your muscles rear themselves as you begin to move in time with the ship and the wind. Easy. There, you have it. Captain pats you on the back. Thanks, Grandpa. Grandpa likes me. Fantastic. Now try to get a sense of where we are. Get some perspective. Peaceful. Isn't it? Panning and zooming speeds can be adjusted. Takes the wheel back. He just takes it. What the fuck? I think I'll drink the morning in a little longer. At first, when I first read that, I thought he was drinking in the morning. Would you mind preparing my quarters for the day's work? There's much to do. The only one allowed in here. Let's go. On the desk, there's a variety of papers, notes, and maps. Merchant, as well as a sealed letter with a stamp you recognize as the mark of the Apperton Tinning Company. The desk itself is suspended with ropes to keep it safely in place. Oh, that's smart. Hold on, let me blow my nose. I can breathe! Let's see, what's on the dresser here? A classic painting depicting sailors doing battle with a kraken. Oh, the Saltborn! An ode to an old folk story. The great Captain Seamus's dance with the Salt Kings. Oh, Captain Seamus, you crazy bastard. A pristine, furbished tub secured to the floor. A luxury to be had on the ice. Let's take some requests. You take a seat at the end of the room. The captain joins you. Let's run through our provisions before taking requests. What requests? There's a number in my bottom left corner. I don't know what that is. 3 out of 23. Oh, I think those are our... Yeah, those are our crew. Start, there's 23 souls signed on to this expedition. Ourselves included. That's 16 free to be assigned tasks if they aren't already busy. The rest are deployed to their permanent stations. You only be able to deploy crew who you have discovered. They must be in good health and not otherwise deployed to another task. You're picking up the scouting crew at the next port. A lot of us seem to be in good spirits. So this is decorum. The expedition will end tearing itself apart if you end the week with no decorum left. We have enough provisions for at least 6 months in case of emergency. If you can't afford the minimum food rations at the end of the week, the crew will become malnourished. Unless cured, the malnourished status will develop into scurvy, which prevents the crew from working, eventually killing them at the end of the week. And if more than enough fuel to see us there and back again. I don't know about that. Colder temperatures will increase the minimum fuel required by the end of the week, exactly. If you can't afford the minimum fuel, the crew will become freezing. Unless cured, the freezing status will develop into frostbite, which prevents the crew from working, eventually killing them. Sled dogs. They're still a matter of negotiation, which are required for sending out sled teams to gather resources. Sending hunts out further requires a greater number of dogs. They will rest and become available between the weeks. Now on to work. Didn't he say 16 of our crew were available and the rest were in permanent positions? Why is this all the way up to 23? Corvid and Cordell. Do I choose one? Is this like a choice between the two? Look at the dog sled lady. To the point, eh? This is Lady Cordell. Provide us with the kennel of hounds for the sleds. An agreement she would train them up until we part ways at the nearest island. But you neglected to inform me that you were bringing my dogs through the Pale Passage. I had no intention of sending the pack to its death. You seem to have good faith in this expedition. It's one thing to ask for my whole kennel. It's another to drag them into the ice to chase a myth. Never before has a buyer been so dishonest. And never before has a seller made such strong demands. Lady Cordell? A moniker given to me by the locals of the city, on account of her vernacular. She just talks really nice. I find it odd that you seem to have researched me as much as my kennel. I like to know who I'm negotiating with. Regardless, Shaw, she demands we allow her to come along in the expedition as a member of the crew. Oh, that could be good. None of them have her expertise. For taking them to such a brutal location, you will need me to guide them if they have any chance of survival. The humans on board too, of course. Of course. You can see my dilemma, Shaw. Bringing another crew is a risk, but our hands may be tied. So, it's one of those things that it sucks because it's another mouth to feed and shit, but I feel like it's probably worth it, you know? Have an expert around? A good point, Shaw. He turns to her. The deal is already to your benefit. Do you have anyone on board with extension training in management and ruling of dogs? Your sleds are useless if you can't control the dogs efficiently enough to haul them. I like to ensure my dogs are treated properly. That's also true. Welcome aboard, Cordell. Your knowledge should prove valuable. Invaluable. God, shut up. Now you're so fucking arrogant now. It's like, Jesus, calm down. No need. You'll find me in the forecastle with the dogs. What the fuck is the forecastle? Is that on the ship? It must be on the ship. I hope I'm not making a mistake, Shaw. Plus 14 dogs available. Hi, Corvid. A sailor enters. We found a stowaway in the lower hold. Bring him in. As a young man, being led by his grandpa. You're not the first stowaway I've had. Captain studies them further. You know where we're heading, don't you? I do, sir. Runt. The ice. Did you know that before you climbed inside that crate? I did, sir. Ha! How old are you? You're hardly a useful pair of hands. Not true. I can pull my weight, sir. Do you know your jibboom from your bowsprit? I do. I learned it all from my da. Your da? He's Ward's son. Pulled him on board back in the city. I don't know who that is. This is Smurf. Smurf! He's smurfing, dude! What should we do with him, Captain? Well, Shaw, he asks me, your first mate, what should we do with him? Oh, a nice way to put all the responsibility on me, Captain. What choice do we have? Like, sure, we're making another stop at like an island or something. We're making a stop somewhere else where this kid doesn't live, has no fucking connections. Like, we can't just like leave him basically. Oh, you fucking bastard. Why? Why would you keep him on board? A fair question. Like, it's not even that he's like, I can't even say he's useful help. So it's like, I think this is the answer. Like, we just don't have time. We just can't deal with this shit. All right, boy, consider yourself part of the crew. Keep your nose clean. Don't fuck up. Captain, not sir. Captain. Aye, Captain. It's Captain Jack Sparrow. God, I think I have like gas problems or something. Like right below, like right at my last rip, this general area. I've had issues for like this whole past like about a week. Okay, they all go back down below deck. Seems the litter has a new runt. But the rest won't mind sharing their rations. Yeah, it's fucking annoying. What of the father? I can't split their rations. That'll probably fuck some shit up. What of the father? Should he be punished for letting this happen? Or the mouse, the feet on the ice. He didn't do anything. Like, I don't see how it's really his fault. It's his responsibility, I guess, but it's not really his fault in any way. Fuck it. We'll make do. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. Maybe we'll make a sailor of him by the end of this. Yeah, you know? Get him trained up. Here we go. Request done. Sorry, I spaced out. What, buddy? Meow. I can't play with you right now. I'm busy. I'll play with you more later. Yeah. There you go. Entertain yourself for a second. Oh, it's all settled. I have one more errand to run. Could you grab the Stoke brothers and order them to meet me up deck after dinner? Hefty lads, red hair. Couldn't mistake them for another. The Stoke brothers, who are they? What do these guys do? You haven't met all the crew yet. Stokes have been serving me for years. They'll be down in the middle ship. In the meantime, you should grab a copy of the crew manifesto and get acquainted with more of the crew. Okay. God, I'm so phlegmy. Upon closer inspection, you make out the ship's photographer, Kasha Belford, balancing on the ship's mast with her camera, lining up a photo. Let's wait for her to finish. Snapping a shot, she clambers down, only noticing you on her landing. Oh, Officer Shaw! It's about time I met the first officer of this ship. Kasha Belford. Nice to meet you, Kasha. So there's some sort of rule against what I was doing up there? Deepest apologies. Sometimes there's a shot you just cannot pass up. An accomplished photographer, she won the Fentler Prize, the highest honor in journalism, for her work covering plague outbreaks and riots in the capital. Came as a surprise to many that such a reputable journalist would take such an interest in this expedition. There was scarcely any chance of Hunt or the benefactor turning her away. You expected someone of her accolades to be older, more experienced. This is likely her first time on the sea like this. Waifu? Question mark? Her proof is all we have. Yeah, that's pretty true, you know. Like, how are we gonna prove anything without her? The cold game. Picture that as a header. Let's let her talk. For this piece on the voyage, I'm trying to come up with a snappy name. Nobody will ever read it if the title sounds like the work of an amateur. Now, I can say this isn't a game, but, like, this kind of stuff actually matters. Like, even if you have real information, if you like, display it in a way that no one gives a fuck, it matters less, for sure. So, like, the title and shit, like, that matters. It does matter. Not, like, as much as living, but, you know, it does matter. I think the cold, it's sure. It's not perfect, but it's a work in progress. Plenty of time. We haven't even hit the ice yet. It's just all so exciting already. Merchant experience. I suppose in your experience, the open ocean is the home of the mundane. Though I suppose you never traveled this far south on the merchant lines. You know who I am? Of course! I thoroughly researched the crew of the Temperance. It may seem somewhat excessive, but I feel it's necessary for a proper chronicling. That and plenty of pictures. Don't worry, Shaw. You don't have a reputation that sets you apart from the rest. A celebrity like Kurt Darling's presence will dwarf any rumors that could form around you. That reminds me, he'll be joining us at next port. I should get his pictures at some point. He's a famous dude? Okay. She holds her camera up with a sense of pride before holding it to her face. Stand still, Shaw. How long do the pictures take to develop? Only a day or two. I've made a makeshift darkroom in the hold. Speaking of photographs, she hands you an annotated document. Here it is, the crew manifest. Ba-ba! Bum 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 bum. Boom. So we don't have any scouts yet. We're picking them up. We've got some sailors I haven't met yet. Timmy the Runt Ward. The stowaway. Oh, he's got even a little... Can't click on these at all. He's a sailor, and he's salt board, so he's been on the seas for like his whole life, basically. And he's a stowaway. Killian Smurf Sanders is a sailor, and he's ice savvy. Corvid is an ice savvy sailor. These guys are all ice savvy. We haven't met the engineers, we haven't met the scientists, specialists. Robin Shaw, my face is crossed off so you can be whoever you want to be. Richard Templeton. Landborn. What the fuck is Muttwash? Camera and accordion. Oops. It's a work in progress. Scout team are to join us at the next port. The captain's forbidden me from the boiler room. Why? If you could ask the others to get their portraits taken, I'd be very grateful. Don't leave anyone out. Pfft, dude, calm down. Thank you, Kasha. She smiles. I'll not disturb you or your work any further, officer. I have a few more shots I want to get before the sun lowers anyhow. Safe shots, officer, don't worry. Yeah, you better not be climbing on shit. You better not. 2 Johns. Spot a large man with a youthful gait carrying a heavy crate over his shoulder with relative ease. Oh my god, who's this lumberjack Giga Chad? You're Officer Shaw. No, you're Officer Shaw. He gives you a bright, warming smile. 2 Johns. What the fuck does that mean? That's what they call me. I'm sure you'll get your nickname later. I feel like his name is 2 Johns because he's so big, he's like 2 people. He almost drops the crate while trying to offer a handshake, but he holds it firmly in place with both hands. Ah, maybe later. Work awaits. Why did I just get 1 extra crew? Oh wait, he's in the 5, not the 25. Okay. Oh my god, sensitivity. We hear. Okay, these must be the 2 dudes. Let's talk to the cook first. You find yourself almost knocking over a man carrying a heavy pot. Careful, careful! You almost got drenched in broth. Apologies, I'm in a rush. From Hunt? Is there an issue with the ship? No, he just wants me to find the Stoke brothers. Not surprised. Those 2 are the only ones who knows what's going on aboard this bloody ship. You hear a roar from the other side of the door. Oi! What's holding you up? Cook shakes his head with a smile and chuckles slightly to himself. He grabs the large pot and prepares to make his way to the hungry crew before turning his head back to you. If you don't mind, could you carry that tray of biscuits behind me? Yes. You grab the plate and follow the cook out the door to the table where the crew are waiting with bated breath. Upon the cook's arrival, the sailors let out a rowdy cheer. The ship's cook placing the broth upon the table. Woo! Trust me, fellas, this one is worth the wait. The cook speaks with a tone of pride as he ladles the broth into the bowls of the crew. Oi, oi, one at a time, you animals. Lord, you're awfully handsy for only 1 arm. Aw, piss off, Junior. Oh, that's the cook's name, I guess. Got some bread here, too. Grab it fast before Tucker beats you to it. The crew laugh and are merry as Junior guides you back through the kitchen. We weren't properly introduced. Roman Shaw, right? I'm keeping track of all the new crew. You're in Stokes, but no one calls me that. You hear them call me Junior. You should do the same. This will be the younger brother. No idea why Hunt picked someone he's never worked with as first mate, but you seem the helpful sort. Glad to have you aboard. You seem popular. Well, you know what they say about the hand that feeds. Besides, half the crew I've known for years. You don't spend that much time on a ship with folk without learning all about them. Have you been traveling with the captain for long? My brother and I are among Hunt's most tenured crew. It's not often he'll hire outsiders, but I suppose this job is just too big for the usual suspects. Why Junior? Simple nickname. My older brother's in the crew, hence Junior. Not very interesting, but it is what it is, dude. Well, is your brother around? Grimly? Aye, of course. I take that to mean Hunt is on the look for us. Don't you worry about it. I'll grab Grimly. Fuck! I missed my opportunity to talk with him. He was right here. Dinner time! The crew have their meal. It passes in relative silence. Crew return to their posts. Hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. Twilight falls. What's going on at the dinner table? Over dinner, you overhear the newly picked up stowaway speaking with a one-armed man. Oh, his dad only has one arm. But you're lucky Hunt didn't throw you overboard. Have a mind to do that myself. Come on, man. I'm here to help, man. Better know that involves work. Don't expect special treatment. I won't. You're an impossible child, Timmy. Gosh damn, Timmy. Doug Ward. Added to the manifest. You spot one of Templeton's science team pacing around the mid-deck, searching through some luggage. Let me look in the light. Now, where was it? Ah, Officer Shaw. Twite Goshley. Apologies, I seem to have misplaced something while settling in the cabin. A bottle of wine, actually. Perhaps one of the sailors took it? Goodness, I would hope not. My wife and I bought a bottle to celebrate with. To be saved for the journey back, of course. Well, if you find it, please let me know. Oh, my cabin. My journal. Can't write anything in it. Oh, yeah. As you look over the railing to the ocean, a wisp of smoke flies past your face. You turn to examine and spot a sailor with a pipe in his mouth and a sheet of paper in his hand, overlooking the stirring waters. He doesn't have any paper. You looking at something? I hope he doesn't get upset if I ask him for a smoke. Fuck. I don't... What is the best option to get him to like me? I don't know this for certain, but I feel like there's some kind of significance to the spacing right here. Any spare tobacco? I don't share. Tashi. Trying to draw a conversation from him may be similar to extracting teeth. Okay. You spot Templeton looking out into the sunset. As you approach, he turns to you and nods. Ah, Officer Shaw, it will be some time before we see such a sunset as this again. The light distribution towards the southern pole is quite the change. Where were you? We were all bonding at dinner. I prefer to eat at solitude, in my own cabin, and I will make use of it. Just to focus on the setting sun. There's great expectation upon us, officer. Who is this benefactor of ours? That's not for you to know. Not yet. The fuck does that mean? Looks at the sunset some more. Good for you, dog. Use E to advance to the next week. We are now minus 50. Oh my god. What is this? Is this just fuel for them to be warm? Yeah, I guess so. What the fuck is this? This is normal and it's half. It's half. What do you mean we have enough to get there and back? We have to find more. We'll find more. Okay. Makes last port at Orca Island. Sled dogs are picked up. Scout crew picked up. Days are getting brighter as you move further south. Start next week. We didn't pick up supplies when we stopped! Those things on the bottom left there were like, okay, so, this is decorum. It works kind of like, what would be another thing to call it? It's effectively like the stress bar in Darkest Dungeon, where if you end a week and you don't have, and you're out of decorum, then you lose. Like you just lose control of the crew, I guess, or some shit. Yeah, like their behavior. And then fuel, I believe, is fuel to like burn in their cabins and shit so they don't freeze. And food is obviously food, and this is for the dogs, and this is the whole crew. I've only met 8 out of 29 of them, I guess. Someone's knocking on my door. Let's wait. Oh, he just walks in. He didn't say shit. He just opens the fucking door. It's Kurt Darling, all of it filling its frame, grinning ear to ear. There you are. The ship's navigator is a difficult man to miss. Stature and reputation precede him. Yeah, this is the famous guy, apparently. Adorned with a slew of apparati, the seemingly one-man expedition would be known to anyone following the heyday of exploration and the merchandising that followed. I don't know shit about you. His reputation is great indeed, but the man behind the legend is but a stranger. Hide away from the rest of us, are you? Are you always this early to rise? These days, I tend to enjoy a good lie-in, but not during an expedition. You know what they say of early birds and worms and shit. Apologies for not stopping by sooner, Shaw. It took a while to set up my team. A great deal of the crew were quite eager to meet me. That's right, you're something of a celebrity, are you? I take it to mean that you haven't heard of me before. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. There aren't many who have seen my films, particularly in this line of work. More than one fellow on this crew said my work inspired them to explore the world. And here they are going off to die. Quite the honor, is it not? I'm sure you receive that praise often. Not as often as you would think. I suppose I did get distracted, didn't I? Anyway, I was hoping you would join me on deck. Sure, but why? We finally entered the pack. I thought you'd want to see it yourself. What? Yeah, sure, I'm coming. He turns to walk away before turning back. Oh, and enjoy your morning. It's a good day. Oh, okay. Sure, dog. There's a dude over here. You know one of the... Why are they all wearing masks? Can't be that cold yet. You know what? One of the science team returning to their room. Mrs. Gloss. Did you have a good rest? She nods. Hello. I did not expect Betty to be up this early. Harriet Glossley. I believe I've met your husband. Yeah, yes, Dwight made mention of your encounter. He's still fast asleep. He's adjusted to the ship well. I believe to walk around the ship would help acclimate myself to the waves. Perhaps it will take some more time. With that, she makes her way back to the cabin. Science team aren't used to the sea, or the sailor folk. Quite the culture clash, isn't it? You're goddamn right. I'm sure they'll grow used to them over time. Har! Doctor's office. It's locked. Seems the good doctor isn't in. Yeah, I don't know who the ship's doctor is. Anyone else around? Hold on. I'm making a side trip. They're all asleep. This dude's just like following me. Let us head up deck. Sounds of snoring are rather obnoxious. Alright, I'll go up deck. Who this is? An older sailor at the helm. He looks like the captain, but not. Takes in the deep breath in the cold air before letting out a satisfied exhale. Morning? And a good morning to you! His eye lights up. Officer Shaw, right? Lefty. His name is Lefty, dude. What the fuck? Can't leave that on account of, well, it should be obvious. He chuckles. Hey, buddy. What, you bored? Oh, I'll play with you in a little bit. I'll play with you after I play my game a little. Okay, come here. It's okay. It's okay, you're not abandoned. I'll play with you more later, okay? I promise. I promise I'll play with you more, okay? I promise. I promise. Anyway, don't worry about the bad side. This is all feel. What? And then you go and bug her. What are you doing? Stop. He examines me. Surprised Hunt picked from outside for his first mate. I'm surprised as well. He seems the insular type. He is. He must be something special for Hunt to look outside the ranks. You've got the experience at least. Merchant Navy's quieter though. Mornings like these are about the only peace I get from the younger lot. Should take these moments when you can. Andy returns his attention to the helm. As you get older, I suppose you learn to value the quiet moments, eh? That's probably pretty true. Let's hope we're just as diligent when we're old and gray. Myself before you, of course. God, my nose is stuffy now. I can't breathe. You join Kurt at the bow of the ship. You both feel the tempest break the floes below you, gripping the railing. He draws an enormous breath and shouts, "Fushoda!" No. The footing beneath rises as the ship mounts an impending ice flow. This moment's hesitation before a profound crack relieves the ship, cascading across the ice. He exhales. See? Nothing else like it. You weren't wrong. It's something, alright. You know, it's definitely something. Look at the ice. No two cracks are the same. All caused by us. By the laws of nature. This place wants us dead. And yet, here we are. Traversing in harmony. How fantastic is that? How far are we from land? We're about a week's sail from the last known location of the old Viscount. Assuming she isn't exactly where they left her. We can't take smooth sailing for granted. Same goes for this daylight. It won't remain this bright for so long once winter encroaches. Beautiful as the ice is, on this course it's going to get thicker. Gosh, my freaking nose. From the Pale Beyond team, hey, what's up, my mans? So happy that the whole team and Bellular and everyone's having such good reviews of this game and stuff. So happy to see everyone doing well. It's quite good. I'm enjoying myself. I'm not usually even one for Telltale games, but it's kind of my speed, it seems like. He looks out across the white. We won't be so confident when the leads dry up and we're stuck here for the next cycle. We need to change course. Avoid the pack. What pack? We informed the captain, sir. He won't listen to me. Thinks I've been dulled by retirement. I've probably seen more ice than he has whiskey. Hey! Now I could say we have enough supplies, but we really don't. We really don't at all. It's not my decision. Yes, but you have the captain's ear. Have you ever experienced the long night winter? It's not pleasant to say the least. If it comes to that, we'll adapt. No! No crew left behind! I can see why he hired you. Haha, you should understand, Robin. We're only as good as the unhappiest man. I don't really feel like being a dickhead. Cheer up then. I think I'll do what I can. My guy, you seem to know some stuff. You know, he's a famed explorer. I'll take it. Keep it in the old side noggin there. He looks back across the ice and smokes his weed. Dude! Dude, this fucking ice, man, I swear to God. Our captain. Let's take some requests. Ah, sure. Ready for another day of work? Hold on, I gotta get a good voice for the captain. I just like half knocked over my drink and nothing spilled, and I just had like, it was right over my fucking keyboard, and I just freaked the fuck out for a second. Whoo! Okay. Anyway. Captain voice. What's my captain voice? What's a good voice I can do that doesn't hurt my throat? Did you hear Kurt's advice? He wants us to switch oh wait, that's me. That's whoops. He wants us to switch course. I had a few words to share. Or he had a few words to share. God, that hurts my fucking throat. He may have been an expert in his time, but these days Kurt is one with more money than sense. Anyway, back to work. I was hoping you'd help me work through a few more requests from the crew. You may have noticed the line pooling up outside. Everyone wants something, it seems. Call them in as you please. We have Hammond, clearly a scout man, Kasha, photographer lady, and Corvid, sailor man. Let's talk to our future waifu. Captain Shaw. A thought occurred to me the other day while I was looking through the crew manifest, and, well, it may be too late for this, now that we've already entered the ice. Out with it! I thought it'd be good to have individual photos of the full crew. For your report, not only my report, it would be a good reference for the manifest. Put faces to the names. Much of this crew has served me for years, some decades. I have little problem putting faces to the names. Your thoughts, Shaw? idea. They can identify us when we're dead. Sentimental of this expedition, are you? Some proper photographs will have some historical weight to it. Well, Belford, I see no problem there. I'll arrange for the pictures to be taken before the crew have their dinner. Thank you, Captain Shaw. In the meantime, I'll attempt to get as many individual crew photos. I can't do a girl voice, dude. I cannot. It don't work. You're still welcome to help on that matter, Officer Shaw. Oh, I'm helping? Okay. Let's talk to Corbin. He enters lay office. Captain Hunt? Yes, we'll report on how the stowaway was doing. Aye, I wanted to see if the young boy has been settling in well. He has indeed. It means another mouth to feed. But the boy works hard and doesn't ask much. He has his dad to guide him as well. Dude, I can't do like deep voices. Like deep gruff voices. Like anything kind of Fuck. I need some more testosterone or something, dude. I'm sure the boy's father is ecstatic. Worried sick, but happy. Aye. Well, what do you know, Shaw? Perhaps we were right to keep the boy on board. Was that a woman? Or is this a typo? Was that a woman? Corbin? Oh, I just made a mark on my glasses. That is a woman. Amelia Corvin Sparrow. It's hard to tell with all the like whole getup. And part of me gets the I mean, I guess it's, I would assume that like the whole face mask thing is for the cold, to protect their mouth and nose from the cold, and not because they have COVID-19. Hammond, a short, sour-faced man in engineering clothing approaches. Man, I have a upset muscle in my back. Are you acting daft, Hunt? Not with intention. Not bloody surprised you didn't notice. Shaw, this is our chief engineer, Clive Hammond. An opinionated one. What is it, Hammond? We've hit the ice. You haven't assigned any extra men down on the boiler. You have your engineering team. We've only got 6 arms between us. I need more manpower maintaining this. Sailors. Many of the crew have their own tasks they're busy with. I know I've already assigned a Smurf on the matter. The captain turns to you. Oh, -1. How many do you think is fair? 1? 3? More. Some choices require you to assign them from your manifest. In this choice, you may choose the amount to assign. How? Oh, there we go. Oh, you're not taking 2 Johns. I'm sorry. 2 Johns is staying. Take this dude. He's kind of a dick. Take Joe. He wants 4? Well, fuck, in this economy? I'm not giving you 4. I can give you 3. I'll give you 3 for now. I can maybe change it later. Take Tashi, Lefty, and Joe. Turner, can you find someone better? Now you need 2 eyes to turn screws. Aye, but he's also as old as bloody dirt. Not much strength left in him. Enough, I'd say. Would you rather know one? The engineer holds his tongue. Fine. But you can tell me how right I was when we're buried under the ice. He leaves, disgruntled. A good spirit, that one. Beneath the oil and the temper. You won't be seeing much of him, though. Prefers to burrow himself in the boiler room. God, it's hard to do some of these voices with how, like, congested I am. I don't even know why I'm so congested. I've noticed that lately, whenever I eat, my nose starts to get a little stuffy. Good to have all that settled then. Perhaps we shouldn't rule out old Kurt so easily. The man thinks there could be an alternate path through the ice. He's free to search for it. Shaw, meet with him when you have time. I don't know why I had trouble with that. Changing course or not, we'll want one of his scouts set up in the crow's nest. Take care of that, and then you'll be done for the day. Woo! While examining the rigging of the ship, your eyes notice a figure darting by, climbing on the ropes with ease. The figure lands on their feet. Before dusting themselves off, their outfit denotes one of Kurt's scouting crew. Ah, no problems. She looks to you. And you are? I feel like she will have no problems with that. I'll just say it. Be careful. You could get trapped up there. I won't have much problem. Flick, I'm one of Kurt's crew. Don't worry about my safety. I know what I'm doing. Trust me. Kurt doesn't just hire anyone. Well, he didn't hire me for no reason. Got the medals in gymnastics if you're worried about my credentials. Flick jumps up and returns to scaling the rigging of the ship. Oh, she's a quick one. Okay. Send me up there and I'll get you a reading. Scientist eyes the man's cane and turns to you. I believe the navigator means you were sent where we go. Sorry about that. The navigator clears his throat and taps his cane. Of course. If you find one of mine, they'll get us a reading. Rightly. Get me a reading? Get up there, Flick. She's an island boy. Gosh, my nose. My schnoz. You loving the game in the stream? Oh, thank you. That's good to hear. She ascends to the nest and takes a reading with the sextant. I'll clear it from up top. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Where am I? She sees all of this? God damn. Orca Island and Viscount Island. Orca Island is where we picked up Kurt and the scouting team. So this is how far we are away. And he said it would take about a week from where we are to get to Viscount Island. Damn, this is all ice, I assume. And did the captain just want to fucking just beeline it straight through this shit? What? Yeah, of course we gotta, like, find a path through the ice. This is the last known location of the Viscount, your destination. Okay. We have our heading. Oh, this guy's seasick. You spot a youthful-looking man leaning over the side of the ship. His head slumped as he looks into the icy pool below. It appears he's been visited by a spot of seasickness. Pat him on the back. Give him a hearty thump. As soon as your hand reaches him, he jolts upright in shock. A bespectacled young man, shaking with unease. He stares at you for a brief moment. A look of shame plastered on his face. Sorry. Are you alright? Yes? Well, not really. I'm very sorry. The man turns around and hurriedly runs in the opposite direction, avoiding your gaze. Aww. It's okay, my man. We'll get you righted in the sea before the end of the week, you know. I could listen at the... Oh, probably listening to these guys. You overhear two of the newly arrived scouts talking. Ah, Quinsley! Quilsey! Any trouble settling in? Not too bad. I can't wait for a chance to sleep, though. A proper navigator never rests until their work is done. So this is Quilsey, this is Yorick. Of course, I take it you had no issues settling in. Not at all, the crew are a funny lot. Old Kurt certainly caught their attention. How do you think any of them would mistake Kurt and myself? I think you'd collapse from joy if they did. Ha, perhaps! Add it to the manifesto. Making a list and checking it twice. Hello, Grimly. He spots you and immediately stops playing because he's a fucking asshole. Just kidding. You're Grimly, aren't you? The man grunts. I assume like in like approval. Yeah, Grimly Stoke. I'm the ship's carpenter. Ah, then you're Junior's brother. Junior? Oh, you're Shaw. Junior mentioned you. In a positive or negative light? Ask him yourself. Won't keep you from your work. Don't keep me from my break. Alright. Fine! Oh, I can go into the pantry. In the pumps. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You spot a suspicious-looking sailor emerging from the pantry. The hooded sailor spots you, keeping their hands firmly in their pockets. Not what it looks like, Officer Shaw. Plech. But call me Gnomes. What? Is that his name? Plech? I'm not thieving anything. I will take you at your word. But if anything goes wrong, we know who to blame. Expected you to interrogate me more. No worries. I was just setting up a practical joke. What is this practical joke? Not going to spoil the surprise. It's not at your expense if that's your concern. Have to get some enjoyment around here, don't you think? With their mysterious trap set, Gnome scurries off to the upper decks to return to work. Skylar Pleck. Oh, it's an androgynous being. I don't know if they're male or female. It doesn't really matter. Hey, Shaw, can you grab some tins from the pantry? It's nearly time for dinner. Yes, I can. But first... Oh, there's nothing. The moment you enter the pantry, a bag of flour drops on your head, scattering all over your officer's uniform. What the hell was that? Gnomes! You wipe the flour off before continuing. I got the crate of tinned food. Goddamn gnomes. Feed the hoosh pot. What? Resource items may be spent here for instant effects, increasing the amount of food or changing the status of the crew. Sealed sustenance, prepared by the Apperton Tinning Company. I heard that name before. Fuck. I think that's the company that's like partial. That's one of the companies that's like partially sponsoring this. There's no way that it's sponsoring the whole thing. It's +3 for plus 20 hoosh. It's hoosh? Food is hoosh. I can't use my scouts as a resource. Feed the hoosh. Well, that's all I can do. Anything interesting going on? Nope. Dinner time! Crew have their meal. Ha! Shall we toast to the ice? Aye! The days get longer, but dinner is fixed. It will see us through the long days and the darkest nights. Crew return to their posts. Hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. You can't help but notice that it's still bright light outside. Let's listen. You notice two sailors passing by from the dinner table. An inebriated sailor on wobbling legs leaning on the shoulder of another. Which one's inebriated? Ah, good times, good times. Need to learn to handle your drinks, Tucker. He's the inebriated one, okay. Ah, but I'm fine. My mates can carry me, eh, Cavity? They can also drop you. Two Johns carry you next time. Dude. I can't do voices! My throat! What? Are you asleep? Shit. Did he pass out? Oh, he literally just passed out. Okay. A door? Knock, knock, motherfucker. No response. What if we knock again? Still no response. Hear the sounds of rustling inside. Hey, I was right. I'm knocking again, goddammit. Open after knocking on the door several times, it finally swings open to reveal one of Templeton's science team. Yes? Do you require my presence? I'm acquainting myself with the crew. Who are you? You should know. I'm the meteorologist of this expedition. Andre Isaac. Instead of Isaac, it's just Mr. Zach. I'm not required for anything. I would like to ask to be not disturbed any further. Alright. Well, it sucks that we kind of annoyed him because a weather person is pretty important for this. I bet. You overhear two engineers chatting above deck. Or rather, you overhear one engineer speaking with another. Grips. Don't know how the chief could stay down there all evening. Dick. There's no way this wasn't on purpose! Grips Dick? Grips Dick. Really? You have Grips and Dick right next to each other, talking to each other. You ever see Mr. Hammond eat? I haven't. Maybe he doesn't even eat. Man's not human if he work all day and all night on that boiler. Probably doesn't sleep either. Probably sleeps. Aye, Dick, it's figurative. Right. Ricky Flogs and Gareth Forsetter. Hold on, I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Louie, hi kitty. You being a crazy boy? Hey, crazy boy.
12 vuotta täytin. Isä poltti puiseen veturiin. Se saunapesän tuhkattiin. Ei ollut aika kyyneliin. Isä sanoi kestää se kuin mies. Ja vaikei juuret yllää pohjaan. Ne kiinni
Okay, took a second to play with the cats. Much better. Oops. Okay. It's been almost 2 hours, so probably here in a little bit when we find a good stopping point, I might end for the night. Oh, I muted the game while I was AFK. So we're here with the dog lady. The dogs regard her with rapt attention as she paces between them, bowl in hand. The largest joins her side as you approach. Try some. I will try the soup. You nearly burn your mouth on the hot broth. Surprisingly tasty. You seem to enjoy it. I'm afraid there's only so much. If you want more, it will be among the dog's leftovers. Penguin. Some blubber. Fats and proteins. Fastest way to hydrate them. Was there something you needed? Just inspecting the animals. They belong here more than we do. Unlike us, they need the ice. Cools them through their paws as they run. They'd overheat otherwise. Well, that doesn't make sense. I mean, the cooling them through their paws, it does, but like them belonging here more, I guess, in the ice? I don't know. Weird, whatever. Who's that beside you? This is Stanberry. Bark! Strong animal. Very. They handle stress differently. Adapt quickly. There's plenty to be learned from them. You've been on the ice for a long time. A long time, yes. You love these animals. They need me, and you'll need them. Pets, doggo. You ruffle its head. It tries to lick the broth from your fingers. I pet the doggo! Let's go! I feel like that should be an achievement. Pet dog. Okay, that's, I'm pretty sure, literally everything. End of week 2. I should have spent none for fuel for the very first week is what I should have done. It's like, did we need it? Not really. Half fuel, half rations. Mistake? Maybe. Temperance has finally entered the ice. The day grows even brighter. Start next week. 3 weeks on the Temperance. Plus 3 available crew. I have no wood. I'll deal with this next time. Because I'm going to get the F out of here. Trying not to like burn myself out on the streaming or anything like that, so I'm gonna call it quits right here. Good sesh. I like this game so far. We're in a pretty interesting spot. I see a lot of similarities between this game and a game like Frostpunk, which I love very much. So it'll be cool to see how the rest of this goes. But I'm gonna call it quits for now. Come back to this maybe tomorrow. How do I save? Hopefully it's saved. Let's find out. Oops, that's not what I meant to hit. In a London violence. What? How does the saving work in this game? So it saved at the start of week 2, but not at the start of week 3. So I'm gonna have to do that whole week over next time. Oh well. Yeah. Oh well. Sucks, but it is what it is. Maybe I'll do that part off. I can't really, I guess. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, chill for the rest of the night. Later, dudes. Be back with some more soon.